Hey, this is Joey at lightsatwholesale.com, and we're gonna go over how to prevent mini lights slipping on a tree. Hey, we're gonna go over all the different ways that mini lights can slip on a tree and how to prevent them. There's a couple different techniques you can use. Some are better than others, in our opinion. We do have a glue gun. I'll show you how to apply that. We also have some zip ties, which is a really good method and a little trick because you always got some zip ties on you. And then there's a staple gun. So with it is that the staple gun, we use the Coaxial Staples. They have a little plastic piece on it. And then there's regular staple guns. The regular staple guns, if you hit it, it could end up damaging some of the wire and actually cause GFI trips, sprinklers go off, and all that stuff. So we try to use either coaxial staples if it's a really hard, tight spot, or what we really like to use is if you have a little bit of slippage, especially after you install the lights, is to get a little bit of zip ties, and we'll have that method there. So let's go ahead and start decorating this tree. This is 6-inch spacing mini lights that we have here. 4-inch does really well. On some trees with 6-inch and it can happen with 4-inch too, but it depends on the circumference of the tree, where each diode will line up perfectly on the tree and you can see a difference. That's why there is 6-4 spacing, so 6-inch spacing and 4-inch. It'll be 6, 4-inch, 6, 4-inch, and that way those diodes are always chaotic and it's like a frosted tree. To us, you can wrap over more and more, but good techniques with these mini lights is 4-inch spacing. So what we like to do is start off by swinging it around. Always have your male at the bottom of the tree for your power source. You flop over here. And to get it started is we just put a bite on it with the tree like that. And that way it doesn't slip whenever you're wrapping it. And then somebody can come through here and run the power to the next trees. All right, so here we want to maintain 4-finger spacing all the way up the tree. We have it tied off right there. What I like to do is run it out and go wide so that way I don't get too dizzy when I go around the tree. If you have another person decorating with you, what's real nice is you can go around this tree and they just line it up and you keep swinging around. It makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, you got to manage that 4-finger spacing. So as we go around, as I unravel and do this, so once we come to the end of our strand, it's about 25 feet. You can see we have about 4-finger spacing here. What we want to do is we actually want to lock these up. You twist tie them, plug them in, and then line up those rectifiers where it slips over. The reason why you would want to do this is because what happens is if you pull on them and it comes out and they back out like that, they could sit on the tree like this. And what happens when it rains, it sprinkles, any kind of water gets in there when the lights are on.
Wait a minute!
What are you doing?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
The lights are on, it'll trip the GFI. So what you want to do is you want to make sure these are always seated when you go around, and even if you're higher up in the tree, always just make sure these are seated. It'll help you with maintenance. So now that we have our other strand, we're going to go on around the tree. So now we're starting to get the crux of the tree, or where the tree bifurcates. What I mean by that is if you look at this, this is like a giant funnel. Right here, you're probably not going to have much slippage. It's right here where you're going to have slippage. So what we like to do is we like to lock things in by weaving in and out like a figure 8. So you would come up here, you would get that tight there, and then come up around here. So you can see how these lock up. The problem is like right here, there's a dead space, and you can notice it. So a lot of times you'll have to come back here to be able to fill in that dead space. Look at this real quick. So we filled in all of our dead spaces. It's locked up. But what can happen here is this right here, and this right here, this right there, this right here, they're all in that funnel where it can slip. So with the heat and the cold, the expansion and the contraction is that this can end up failing over time. And it's just one of those maintenance things. So how do we prevent that? There's a couple different ways. People do have glue guns on their trucks, and you can just put a little dab on the tree. It's not going to harm the tree. And what that does is it kind of locks it in place. It's a little hot outside, so it's a little runny. And what happens is it pinches that wire there so it won't move. The other one is a staple gun. So one bad thing is if you miss fire and you hit it, it's not the end of the world because you can actually take that coaxial staple and pull it out. So we try to line these up right along there and be real careful. So we want it right there because that's where the slippage is. Go to fire in, and you can see this, we use coaxial staples. It's a plastic piece and it doesn't pinch the wire and sit all the way down like a regular stapler would. And so this right here, it does have movement, but it doesn't want to slip down. So that's another way of doing it. So to use zip ties to prevent slippage is right here. You could see that this could come out and slack even when it was tight. And what we like to do is we like to come in, use the zip tie, and what you're doing is pinching these together to make up that difference. So that had slack in it, we pinched it there. You can take another one and pinch it back down because maybe this one's really tight to that one and you want to keep that spacing good. So there you can titrate and get it to where these line up and it takes that slack away from there and it won't slip. Then you just cut off your little tails and it's a good temporary fix in season. If you have to, you can take another mini light strand and wrap around it and lock it in place. So we went over 3 different methods to prevent slippage on the tree is around the crux of the tree. We have the glue. It's just a little dab of glue to hold things in place. We have coaxial staples that help kind of protect the line but hold it in place. And then we have zip ties to make up differences in slippage. Each one of these is different usages and ways to kind of tackle it. Remember, if you do staple through the line, you can always just grab your little channel locks and kind of pull it out of there before it lights up. If something's stapled in there and it lights up, your GFI could trip, especially during rainy weather. So that's how you prevent slippage with mini lights on a tree.